Hello and welcome to another edition of Free Play Fridays at 4. I see some of our friends are with us. Hello, Celia. Hello, Rob. I'm looking over at YouTube. If you are not currently watching us on YouTube, I strongly suggest that you do. You will get a better visual and audio experience there. Now, you might see that I'm dressed a little fancily, and that's because Dylan and I were at a wedding in California this morning. Once again, virtually. Last week it was Finland. This week it's California. We're just jet setting, and I still get to wear my pajamas. Woo-hoo! Yay! So it's all wedding on the top, and it's all party on the bottom, you know. As a wedding should be. I'm not going to go any further with that. Excellent. I see Alistair is here as well. Wonderful, hey. Wonderful.
Hi,
welcome.
Alistair.
Big welcome to everybody. We're happy to bring you yet another edition. We hope you're all keeping well. And as I said, we attended a virtual wedding of our dear friends, and we'll get into that a little bit more later on in the show because we'd like to dedicate a song to them. But for those of you who checked out the Sing Festival, the Songs and Stories of Migration, either this year in our throwback show or last year when it actually happened, you would have met Jo Wallfish from the UK, the US, Australia, many, many places. She's a jet setter and an amazing all-around artist, storyteller, musician, and she got married today, and we were very honored to be invited to her wedding, so we will dedicate something to her a little bit later on. Do check her out as well. She's got amazing things going on all the time, virtual things, books and DVDs and things like this of her amazing stories. And we begin in actually a very interesting sort of wedding-ish way with a little bit of Bach. We were asked to create this arrangement for our friend Phil Strong. This was for a celebration of life service for his father, Jim. So we dedicate it once again to him.
All right. We're going to give you a Bach piano invention.
Bach. You never go wrong with Bach. That's the thing. It's
Can't go wrong with basic Bach.
Right? Exactly. Right. Nice. Well done, sir.
It's Friday afternoon.
I was going to say, Friday afternoon humor. Here
I just
we
got
go.
back from a wedding, man.
I know, right? We're just letting loose now. We're going to switch things up a little bit with a little Toto for you. It's been a while since we did this one, so we decided to go kind of to our back catalog, if we can call it that. This is one of my personal favorites, and we hope you enjoy it.
All right. If we've got any German listeners in the house, this is for you guys. Here it comes. Dun, 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 dun. 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 Dun, not your situation. I just need contemplation over you. I'm not so systematic. It's just that I'm an addict for your love. But not the only one that holds you. I never ever should have told you you're my only girl. I'm not the only one that holds you. I never ever should have told you you're my only world. Just think how long I've known you. Too late for me to own you like a key. It's really not confusing. I'm just the young illusion, can't you see? I'm not the only one that holds you. Never ever should have told you you're my only girl. I'm not the only one that holds you. I never ever should have told you you're my only world. You're my only world. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Kiss the girls and made them cry. Ba ba da da ba 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 da. Ba ba da da ba 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 da. Ba ba da da ba 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 da. Ba ba da da ba 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 da. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and make them cry. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and make them cry. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and make them cry. Kiss the girls and make them cry. Kiss the girls and make them high. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and make them cry. Kiss the girls and make them cry. Or kiss the girls and make them high. Georgie, Porgy, pudding pie. Kiss the girls and make them cry. Or kiss the girls and make them cry. Or kiss the girls and make them cry.
Love that.
Hey, guess what? I think we've got what might be a first. We have somebody listening in from Botswana in Africa.
Amazing.
We chose the wrong Toto song, as it turns out. There might have been something slightly more suitable, but hopefully that one will
Maybe
work.
next time.
Maybe
yes.
next time.
Welcome, welcome. That's very cool. One of the most wonderful things about this, I was talking to our dear friend Barry Livingston, fellow musician, just really great guy, talking to him yesterday, I think, and he was saying, you know, he really loves the Free Play Friday shows, and he couldn't stop thanking me and thanking us for putting them on. He said, yeah, you know, the musicianship is great, the arrangements are great, the technology is great, but it's sort of a balm for people. It's certainly for him it is, where he feels like he can connect with other people and have that shared human and musical experience. And the fact that we can do this with people all around the world is such an amazing thing. So again, thank you all for being here. It was just a nice reminder when you mentioned Botswana. Like that's wow.
We get to see more people from around the world probably doing this show now than we would if we were touring.
Amazing.
It's really, really cool.
Amazing.
All right,
Lovely.
and speaking of taking you all around the world, we are now going to head over to Australia
Yes,
for this next
we
one.
are.
This is one of our examples of we like to often take pieces, sort of deconstruct them and rebuild them in a way that we think that honors the song. And this song was written by Men at Work, by Colin Hay from Men at Work, and it was originally a doom 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 I can't go to sleep doom 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 doom. It's a really bright, peppy song about anxiety. And we thought, well, you know, peppy 80s rock anxiety. Let's do something that sort of suits the mood a little bit more. So we slowed it down and we sort of enriched the harmonies a little bit and did a few other things, and we came up with this. We are going to be recording a new album in the new year, and I think this might be one of the first tracks that we put on it.
I think so too. Yeah, it's been a favorite ever since we birthed it, you know?
This one's called Overkill.
Do 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 do.
I can't go to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, and possibly the complications,
Especially at night, I worry over situations I know will be alright. Perhaps it's just imagination.
day after day it reappears. Night after night my heartbeat shows the fear. Ghosts appear and fade away.
Alone between the sheets, only brings exasperation.
Oh,
It's time to walk the streets. Smell the desperation.
at least there's pretty lights, and though there's little variation, it nullifies the night from overkill. Day after day after day after day, 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 day after day. Ghosts appear and fade away. Come back another day. I can't get to sleep. I think about the implications of diving in too deep, and possibly the complications, especially at night. are situations that I know will be alright. It's just overkill. Day after day, reappear. Ghosts appear and fade away. Night after night, my heartbeat shows the fade away. Ghosts appear and fade away. Ghosts appear and fade. Ghosts appear and fade away and fade away and fade away. Ghosts appear and fade away and fade away. Ghosts appear and fade away and fade away. Ghosts appear. Ghosts appear and fade away.
That was Overkill. Yeah, it takes on a whole other meaning. I suggest you go listen to the original and just say, what did you guys do? I think you'll know why we did it, but it's really a huge departure, unlike other songs that are a little bit more like taking the elements that are all already there and present. But that's the intrigue of arranging, right? Just turning it on its head and saying, okay, can we find deeper meaning in this song, in these lyrics, in that poetry, in that expression?
If you do it right, the artful arrangement of a song can bring out something in the song that was there but not always heard. And some of our favorite versions of songs are not the originals. They're often something that someone has done to transform it. So we're going to go from the sublime to the slightly ridiculous. We're going to stay in Australia for this one. The story I love about this song, so this was done by a British group that moved to, or British family that moved to Australia and then started working in the U.S., and we got somebody from Italy. Hi, Sylvia. Yay. We got the European crowd too. All right. So we're at least tri-continental now.
There we go.
Excellent.
Amazing.
All right. Anybody from Antarctica watching? Anyone?
That would be great.
Okay.
That would be really good.
They came up with the idea behind this song because they would, every time they would drive to the recording studio, they would go over this bridge. And the bridge, when they drive over, would do this. And it turned into this groove, which turned into this song. And I love this song for that.
Me too.
A little word of warning. We have not performed this song in about 5 months.
All right.
And I think we've told you that these live looping songs are quite complex and that they are extremely unforgiving. If you make a mistake with a band and you come into the wrong point, you do the wrong thing, the band will bail you out. Like, bands are really nice that way. Loop stations are not nice that way. So you're going to find out if this is a real genuine thing or not, or you're going to find out if we actually get it right. So here we go. Without further ado,
put on your dancing shoes.
Put on your dancing shoes. Hopefully we won't make you trip.
Get on up and dance. Yes, exactly. Yikes. All right.
lies, yeah. Jive talking, you wear a disguise. Jive talking, so misunderstood, yeah. Jive talking, you just ain't no good. Oh, my child, you never know just what you mean to me. Oh, child, you've got so much. You're gonna take away my energy with all your jive talking. You're telling me lies, yeah. Jive talking, you wear a disguise. Oh, baby, nobody believes what you say, 'cause all your jive talking just gets in the way. Here we go. Oh, child, you're so good, treating me so cruel. There you go with your fancy lies, leaving me looking like a dumbstruck fool with all your jive talk. Clap your hands. You're telling me lies. We're listening to you. Jive talking, you wear a disguise. Oh, jive talking, so misunderstood. Oh, jive talking, you just ain't no good now, baby. Love talking, you're so very fine. Well, your jive talking just isn't a crime. Well, if there's somebody who'll love till you die, when all your jive talking just gets in your eye now. Oh, jive talking, telling me lies, yeah. Jive talking, wherever this time, oh baby, jive talking, so misunderstood, oh baby, jive talking, you just ain't no good now.
We hope you were dancing.
Quick little hello to Kurt Sampson, who's watching. Kurt Sampson is part of a group called Cadence, which I used to sing with. Cadence was on the a cappella scene for 22 years, and just recently the guys decided to retire after 22 years. And I think we counted 11 different members.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of people for a quartet. And we
you do the math.
You do the math. We had the honor of attending their final concert, which was a live stream held in Kurt's backyard. And it was a really wonderful, wonderful, moving concert and a beautiful way to send off the boys and send off the band into the sunset.
Indeed.
I need a little second to do some adjusting Suba. So if you want to take over, I've got you on the Suba cam.
Oh, right. Oh, hello. Here I am. I see that some of my city choir folk are here over on the YouTube. I think I see Ariane. I feel like I'm on, what is that, Romper Room? I see Ariane and Anne and Celia. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, I'm one of those children. Grew up with all that beautiful stuff. We're going to switch things over. We're actually going to use some instruments now. Well, Dylan is in this show. Dylan will be playing the Chapman stick. I'm going to get him to introduce that instrument if you haven't seen it before. Absolutely fascinating, really beautiful, and to me it's a beautiful marriage between bass, guitar, and piano, actually. And I love it. It's got so many amazing capabilities. And we're going to give you a couple of songs. The first is one that we normally do in my Indian fusion band called Auto Rickshaw. And it's a beautiful lullaby. I actually wrote this arrangement a long time ago. I can't remember the year now. I want to say 2006 or something like that. The CBC asked me to create this arrangement for these stories of immigration, and this one was about the Raj Kumari lullabies. And it told the story of this particular woman and her life, her family life. And the piece is very old. It's by a composer named K.L. Saigal. And the original version, the only thing I've ever heard is a really old, scratchy vinyl thing that you can find on YouTube somewhere.
40s, is that right?
I think so. I can't remember now. I'm going to have to look that up. But it's a beautiful piece. There isn't too much text that goes with it. And so Raj Kumari, we say, sleep, little princess. Soja Raj Kumari, Soja, sleep. Soja Raj Kumari. And then we say, sleep, little princess. Soja mi te apne sapne ain, which means sleep with sweet dreams. So this is a beautiful lullaby, and we're going to do this as a duo with voice and the Chapman stick. Do you want to just quickly describe the stick before we start?
Yeah, I'm going to take a second and let you know what this is. Some of you who've watched the show before have seen me play this. This is a very beautiful and different instrument. You can't see the entire thing, but the entire thing looks like this. There is no body. It really is kind of a stick. And what makes this instrument different from your average string instrument, most instruments you use one hand to touch the strings and then you use the second hand to pick or strum or do whatever. The idea behind the Chapman stick is that you make the sound by just tapping the notes like this, which means actually do things. It gives you all these different options. So you have a left-hand side of the instrument, which as you can hear is kind of the bass side, which you can use to play bass notes and chords, and then the side here, which allows you to play melodies. So it sort of gives you this opportunity to have left-hand accompaniment while the right hand's playing melody, or you can treat the whole thing as one single instrument and play it like a guitar. All those fun little fact for those music nerds among you, the left hand is tuned in fifths, kind of like a cello, which I played back when I was in high school. But the right hand is tuned in fourths, which sounds bizarre until you realize that if you were to play piano, your left hand would be doing one type of thing, bass and chords, and the other hand would be doing chords and melodies. So they're not trying to do the same things. So this sort of fifths voice, it gives you lots of room to be able to play wider chords. So with all that as sort of a little general description, we're going to go into Raj Kumari. I'm going to get you some reverb.
Excellent. Can't do a lullaby without reverb, right? Ah, there it is. Yay. A blanket of my own voice. All right. Soja, 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 soja Rajkumare, 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 soja,
सोजा राजकुमारे सोजा सोजा राजकुमारे सोजा सोजा
Little bit of Raj Kumari there for you with Dylan playing the Chapman stick.
All right, we're going to move on to a really beautiful piece by a British songwriter named Nick Drake. Now, Nick Drake was a really interesting case because he made only, I think, 1 or 2 albums in his very, very brief time as an artist and on Earth. He died quite young, and he was one of these artists who was appreciated but not well known in his time. And he sort of became rediscovered by a lot of heavy-duty songwriters who just loved his music. And since then, I think he sort of gained more influence as a songwriter than he had back in the day. So a beautiful sort of mixture of folk and jazz kind of sounds in this particular piece. This one is called Riverman.
Came by on her way, said she had a word to say about things today and fallen leaves. Said she hadn't heard the news, hadn't had the time to choose a way to lose, but she believed
Gonna see the river man. Gonna tell him all I can about the plan for lilac time. And if he tells me all he knows about the way his river flows and all night shows in Betty said she prayed today for the sky to blow away, or maybe stay. She wasn't sure, for when she thought of summer rain calling for her mind again, she lost the pain and stayed for more. Gonna see the river man. Gonna tell him all I can about the ban on feeling free. If he tells me all he knows about the way his river flows, I don't suppose it's meant for me. Oh, how they come and go. Oh, how they come and go. All right, nice one. Nice ones, Dylan.
Thank you.
Yeah, a couple of beautiful tunes there. Gotta indulge in those things sometimes. That's not just a beautiful song, but a bit of a mysterious, enigmatic kind of piece as well. I welcome hearing your thoughts on what that song means. You might have to go back and kind of Google it. There are a lot of lyrics there, but it certainly transports you to a place and a time. But who is Betty? That's what I
Yes.
want to know.
What is Lilac Time?
Right?
A lot of really cool things in there.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to stay in a little bit of the Wayback Machine. That was an early 70s tune. We're going to take you to around the mid 60s, and we're going to give you some classic soul.
Nice.
A little bit of Ray Charles to make things chipper. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ba-da-ba-ba, 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 ba-da-ba-ba,
Let me tell you about a girl I know. She's my baby and she lives next door. In the morning when the sun gets up, she brings me coffee in my favorite cup. That's how I know. That's how I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. When I'm in trouble and I have no friends, I know she'll be with me until the end. People ask me how I know. I just smile and say she told me so. That's how I know. That's how I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. And the call her on the telephone, tell her, baby, that I'm all alone. By the time I count from 1 to 4, I hear her knocking around my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there's nobody else around, she kisses me and she holds me tight, tells me everything will be alright. That's how I know. That's how I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Take it, Suba. When I call her on the telephone, tell her, baby, I'm all alone. By the time I count from 1 to 4, she'll be knocking around my door. In the evening when the sun goes down, when there is nobody else around, she kisses me, she holds me tight, she tells me everything will be alright. That's how I know. That's how I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Woo, that's how I know. How I know. Hallelujah, I just love her so. Hallelujah, hallelujah, I just love her so. One more time. Hallelujah, I just love her so.
All right.
I love that tune.
I love that tune too. Yeah, we don't do that one very often, but it's so much fun. I get to sing the bass again, which makes me very happy. And we could actually dedicate that one to Joe and Daniel, who I think it's absolutely appropriate. It was a beautiful Zoom ceremony. They're out in California, and so Joe and Daniel, congratulations. We send you our love. Hopefully they're partying hard right now. Yeah, definitely an appropriate song there. I see that my entire family is here. I mentioned the City Choir people.
Nice.
Bhavani, my sister, is part of City Choir as well, and my parents are listening.
I think my mom's here. My mom is, she never types anything in the comments, so I know she's there in secret. She usually emails me afterwards and said, that was a good show.
That's sweet.
Also, we've got a couple of members of the musical Toronto Cognoscenti here. We have Russell Hartenberger is watching.
Oh, excellent.
And Casey Sokol is watching. Hi, Casey.
And Ray Dillard, I saw, is over here as well.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Ed Hanley is here too.
Hi, Ed.
Excellent. Wow, so many amazing musicians, drummers, improvisers, composers. Wow, I can hardly take it. This is amazing. Where are we at here? All right. So we have what's that? Speaking of Joe and Daniel, we're going to continue on this love theme. This is a beautiful Cole Porter song that we created this arrangement for the Sing Festival many years ago when we had a last-minute substitution to do.
Oh, man. Okay, so can I tell the story about this?
Of course you can.
Okay, so before we were the artistic directors of the Sing Festival, we were artists who performed at the Sing Festival, and the artistic director was Aaron Jensen. They had a group that was supposed to fly in from Turkey to be part of a Cole Porter tribute, and the Turkish choir, unfortunately, at the very, very last minute, had to cancel because one of their members, I think they had a family member who was ill.
Yes.
And so he called us up. The concert was on Sunday. He calls us up late Friday night, and he says, do you guys know any Cole Porter songs? We said, yeah. He said, can you do something on Sunday? We said, okay. And he said, can you do a live looping song? We went, ooh, those take a little time. And he said, but we said, well, that's what we said in our inside voice. And then our outside voice, we said, yes, because it's always fun to say yes to everything and then figure out how you're going to do it.
Exactly.
So we had a concert in Kingston the night before. It was actually an all-day workshop concert thing. So we were up at 6:30 in the morning. We had a 3-hour drive to Kingston, Ontario. And so what we did was we came up with the arrangement while driving in the car. We weren't using our machinery, so we were not trying to drive a machine at the same time, but we
That's
were
right.
working on the parts
Safety
in our
first.
head.
Safety first.
Safety first.
Yes.
And so with our seatbelts on, with no equipment, we said, all right, so the first loop is going to go like this, and we came up with an idea. And the second loop's going to go like this, and we came up with an idea. And this was back in the days when we used to use our push-button system. So rather than pre-programming everything, we had to sort of do it all manually as we were going. So we decided to use our concert that night as a test run for this particular song. It worked, which was great. So we did it for the concert, and it's become part of our repertoire. We don't do it very often, but we do love this tune.
Yeah.
And so we're going to mix a little bit of Cole Porter with some South Indian rhythm stuff and some lovely things like that.
And I'm going to give some credit where credit is due here. The rhythms that you hear at the sung rhythms that you hear belong to my father, who created these amazing rhythms for his York University South Indian music classes, and we decided to kind of expand that and explore that in a different way. So you're going to hear it at the beginning, and you're going to hear it in the middle of the song as well.
In multiple speeds simultaneously.
Yes, that's right.
Fun fact, this one is, we're going to be doing this in 7 beats per bar. And for if any of our Humber students are watching this, they have a little unit they have to do where they have to take a jazz standard and do it in an odd meter. And often the choices of what they suggest you do at Humber, I don't like them.
There will
I shouldn't say this on stage because I'm going to get fired. But if you want to get an idea for taking a piece that works nicely in a different key, here's an example. Here's Cole Porter's All of You. I'm going to get fired, aren't I?
You just outed what we don't like about the repertoire choices at Humber College.
We're in so
Oops.
much trouble. Sorry, Hannah. Are we ready to do this?
We are. We are now, yes.
Okay.
I love the look of you, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the arms, the mouth of you, the east, west, north, and the south of you. I'd like to gain complete control of you and handle even the heart and soul of you. So love at least a small percentage percent of me do, for I love all of you. I love the look of you, the lure of you, the sweet of you, the pure of you, the eyes, the arms, the mouth of you, the east, west, north, and the south of you. I'd like to gain complete control of you and handle even the heart and soul of you. So love at least a small percent of me too. I love all of you. I love all. For I love all of you. I love all. For I love all of you. I love all. For I love all of you. I love all of you.
There you have it, a little Indo jazz for you there.
It's going out to our friends Joe and Daniel, who just got married today. Love to you both.
All right. Well, we just have a few. I'm seeing some really hilarious. Okay, clearly I've got a short attention span.
Tell us what's going on, Suba.
Elna, I love your question. You know, you said the best ideas come in the strangest places. I probably missed some of the earlier conversation here. I can only see a little bit on my iPad over here. But then she says, but how you ever could stay concentrated on the road with those rhythms?
Oh, it's hard.
It's really difficult, yeah.
Back when before I was Suba's husband, I was Suba's father's student. And I had a
Wah,
copy.
wah. Good thing you were a good
Good thing I
student.
was a good student, yeah. And when I was traveling to and from London, Ontario to do teachers college, late at night I would be listening to Laia Vignes, her father's
His first album.
first album,
Yeah.
on the road. And I'd be keeping tala while I was driving.
That's
and
the
then
rhythmic hand gestures that you keep traditionally in Indian music.
I would be doing this, but then the stuff would get really complicated. And the next thing I knew, I was doing 130 on the highway, and I'm like, oh, damn, I better
Oops, yeah.
take this thing down into half speed
Calm down.
instead of Kandanadai,
Yes.
5-lit speed, too fast for driving stuff. So, yes, it does take a tremendous amount of concentration.
That album
to
should
do
have
all
come
this.
with one of those warning stickers.
It really should.
That
A
says-
parental advisory.
Exactly. Don't study this while you're driving. I usually say that about the
Do not operate heavy machinery.
Yeah, I usually say that on the opposite end of the spectrum about the Chet Baker album, It Could Happen to You. I would listen to that, and he has this, if you don't know his voice, check it out, hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night, it could happen to you. And it's just so languid. I nearly fell asleep on the road listening to that album. So yet another parental guidance warning on the
Yep.
road. Don't operate heavy machinery there too. I think, wow, we're approaching 5 o'clock, but if you'll indulge us, we'll give you one more song.
Okay.
And that's, we didn't get the sunshine that the Weather Network promised today here in Toronto, but this song makes me think of sunshine. And once again, it makes me think a little bit of Joe and Daniel, who got married in California today.
That's right, yeah.
This song to me is the epitome of California music production. I love it. And so I hope we've imbibed enough of that from the original.
I should let you know before we go. I have
Yes.
not. I've been remiss in doing my housekeeping.
Right?
We are doing this as a pay what you can program. You can see at the bottom of your screen there. We have some information on if you liked what you heard and you do want to donate. We would love to have the support. If you just want to listen and enjoy it, we're happy with that too. We sort of realized that when we decided to put this back together, we got the feeling that we could all collectively just use some music and some fellowship. And so really that's the reason why we're doing this. If you want to donate, great. But ultimately, if you're here, you're enjoying, and you're feeling connected, that is the point.
That's the reward right there. Exactly.
Also, is it Bandcamp Friday today?
It is, I think.
Okay.
I thought I saw something go by on Bandcamp. If you don't know this, it's a beautiful service for artists to get their music out there. They are very wonderful to work with. And this week, we believe...
Is what
end of the month.
it's the week. Bandcamp is basically a way of buying records like iTunes, except for they don't take as much money. And once a month, what they do is they waive their royalty fees or waive their cut of digital distribution. So if you buy a record today, we get all the money, not them. And this is the record. This is the soon-to-be second-last record, currently our most current record,
Go
called
Back
Go Back
Forward.
Forward, put out in 2018. A few of the pieces that you've heard. Is there anything we've... so last year's stuff or last week's stuff, but nothing that we've done today is off of this record. So if you want to hear a whole
Alright.
bunch of new stuff that you didn't hear this week, this is where you can get it. You can get that by going to music.freeplayduo.com. I'll put it in the comments at the end of the show.
I will do that on the YouTube as well.
Oh, by the way, Andrew Craig is watching as well. So we got
Yay!
Andrew, we got Casey, we got the whole damn family, man.
We sure do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Thank you all for being here. We're going to leave you with a tune by Sheryl Crow. And be safe, be happy, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself. We're getting through this, and we're getting through it together. And please tell all your friends, tell the whole bunch about Free Play Fridays at 4, because we will be back next week. Here we go.
Sheryl Crow.
This ain't no disco. This ain't no country club either. This is our living room. All I wanna do is have some fun before I die, says the man next to me from out of nowhere. And it's apropos of nothing. He says his name is Dylan, but I'm sure it's Dill or DB or Mac or Buddy or something. And he's playing ugly to me, and I don't know if he's ever had fun in a day his whole life. We're drinking beer at noon on a Tuesday in a bar that's facing a giant car wash. And the good people of the world are hosing and scrubbing in skirts and suits as best as they can. Drive their shiny Datsuns and Buicks, phone company and the record store too. But they ain't nothing like me and Dylan, 'cause all I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard.
I like a good beer buzz early in the morning. Super likes to peel the labels from the bottles of Bud. Shreds them on the bar and she lights every match in an oversized pack, letting each one burn down to his sweet fingers before blowing and cursing them out. She's watching the bottles of Bud as they spin on the floor.
Another couple enters the bar, dangerously close to one another. The bartender looks up from his monades, and all I wanna do is have some fun. Got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. Otherwise the bar is ours. Days and the nights and the car wash too. The buds and the matches and the clean and dirty cars. The sun and the moon. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling this party has just begun. All I wanna do is have some fun. I wanna tell you that you're the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. Until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. Until the sun comes up over Santa Monica Boulevard. Thank you so very much.
You know where to find us. Free Play Fridays at 4, again for the foreseeable future. We'll
That's
take off
right.
Christmas and New Year's probably, but we will be running this.
Perhaps.
Oh, and we're going to let you know, we're still working this out, but we're going to be starting a second live stream thing called Studio Sunday.
Sundays.
Ooh, it's going to take you into the process of us recording our new album, live streamed, warts and all. We just want to give you a little glimpse into the process. Please come join us every week, Friday at 4 Eastern Standard Time, and we will see you next week.
Thank you so much. Be well, everyone.
Bye-bye.